Hey guys, it's Joseph Roach here, on the way to my next event to sell nerd things to nerd people. That's what I do for a living. I'm a game designer and I sell them for a living. But that's not what I'm here to talk about. What I'm here to talk about is the rapture. Is it pre-trib rapture? Is it a post-trib rapture? Is it somewhere in the middle? And the person in front of me stopped at a green light. Alright, okay, now we go. Alright, so like I said, the rapture, is it pre-trib? Is it post-trib? Is it mid-trib? Or is it all the above? I'm actually in the camp that it's both pre-trib and mid-trib. I really don't see anything for post-trib just yet, but I'm still looking for it. The reason I say that is the pre-trib, because God's children are not set to wrath. I know there's a whole bunch of theories on they use Noah as as the type, but that's more of a type of Israel going through, or God's people going through tribulation. Enoch would be the type of the church being raptured before the event. But then there's also other raptures that take place in the Bible. There's or being caught up even throughout the Bible. They use Daniel as a type for why he wasn't there during when Nebuchadnezzar had the golden statue. Regardless, but so the rapture, I absolutely do believe that God's going to take us out, His church, before the Great Tribulation happens. I know there's talk about Matthew and Matthew 24 and how all these things have to happen, and then the tribulations happen. But you got to remember, Matthew is written for the Jewish community, and the Jewish community will be going through the tribulation, the Great Tribulation. But then again, we all go through tribulations, just not all go through the Great Tribulation. We got a weird person in front of me doing a turn but going super slow and doesn't seem to know how to drive, apparently. Alright, okay, we're going past him. He's now behind me. Alright, so and then we have during the tribulation, in the midpoint, because there's 144,000, it talks about how in the midpoint, or somewhere during the middle, they get raptured out before because the first half of the tribulation is quite terrible. It's not a lighter side, it's just less bad than the last half of the tribulation. But the first half of the tribulation will have the 144,000 witnessing. We'll also have the two witnesses witnessing, whether or not they're Moses and Elijah, or Moses and Enoch, or just two other people who have the same gifts and spirit behind them. I've heard all the different theories, but it does talk about how the 144,000 will be taken up, and it also talks about how the two witnesses, after they're slain, they're resurrected, they get taken up at that time too. And it seems like they get taken up at the midpoint before the second half of the tribulation happens, where it's the worst of the worst. Of course, all of it's bad. There's no easy period that way. And then when the tribulation is finished, we come down with Jesus, because not that he needs our help, but he wants us to participate. And we come down with a horse of our own. I guess more like a Pegasus, because it can fly. I don't know. I'm excited. I have no idea how exactly that's going to go down, but I'm excited for when it does happen. And then I guess there's two theories on, like, after, when Jesus comes down after the tribulation, we go into the millennium reign. Who goes into it? Is it those who survive the tribulation that goes in, all of everyone? Or is it just those who didn't take the mark? Or is it the those who do turn to Jesus during the time, they do get raptured, or they go into the millennium. Like, all the rules on that, I still don't fully fully know. So I have no speculations on each one of those. But so if there's people get taken to heaven after the Great Tribulation, then that would be the post-rapture. But I don't know if that's going to happen or not. But yeah, so those are my takes on the rapture. So that, yes, there's a pre-trib rapture where God takes his church, brings us up to the banquet in heaven. There is the middle for the 144,000 and the two witnesses. If they're on the same day or not, I don't know. But it seemed to be around the same period of time. And then the very end, will any of the people who come to Christ during the tribulation, will they be raptured at the end, or will they go into the tribulation or go into millennium reign? Because I believe those who do not take the mark will go into the millennium reign. Whether or not they're saved or not, I don't know. But those who do take the mark when the tribulation ends, they are taken out by Jesus. And when he comes back, he's not coming back Mr. Nice Guy. Not this time. Alright, well, that is this vlog, and I hope you enjoyed it.